Ronnie opened the door to my bedroom. He called out my name and I heard him pull the sheets off my bed looking for me. Is he awake? I suddenly heard my dad ask from the hallway. He's not here, Ronnie responded back. He must be spending the night at a friend's house. That's good though. Just make sure you stay upstairs, my dad replied. I considered coming out from the bathroom and telling them that I was home, but I stayed quiet and waited until I heard them walk downstairs. I quickly got up from the toilet and snuck downstairs. I expected to see someone, but it was empty. I was confused at first, but then I heard faint noises coming from the basement. I couldn't tell what I was hearing, so I went to the basement door and tried opening it, but it was bolted shut. This wasn't normal, as I had never seen these locks on the door before. I considered just leaving it and going back to my room, but I had to know what they were doing down there. I looked around the kitchen for anything I could use to pry the door open, until I came across a lockpick in the back of a cabinet. I walked back to the door and began picking the 5 locks, each more complicated than the last. As the last lock came free, I felt chills shoot down my spine. It was like I knew something about this was horribly wrong, but I just never could have imagined how much worse it would really be. I opened the basement door and slowly began sneaking down the stairs. After every step I took, it felt like the noise I had previously heard got louder and more clear. As I reached the bottom step, I finally realized what I was hearing. Screams. Loud ones. They reminded me of the ones I had heard from the video on Bronny's laptop, but they were worse. I could tell it was from a girl. I looked around the basement for a moment, trying to figure out where they were coming from. That was when I saw a soft white glow coming from behind an old shelf in the corner. I quickly approached it and quietly moved it to reveal another door. This one was different though. It was old and covered in bloodshot red stains. I put my ear to the door and started listening. You are going to die tonight, my father said in a heavy tone. God does not forgive your sins. He tasked me with taking care of you and making sure you get what you deserve. Please, please, I'm sorry, I'm not a sinner, I don't know what you're talking about, the woman shouted. I immediately knew whose voice that was. It was our mom. My heart stopped and I was about to burst through the door to stop him, but I knew I couldn't. I knew he would kill me too. You don't have to do this. Please, I'm your wife for Christ's sake, Mom shouted. That was the last thing I heard before her cries were replaced by loud screams. Screams that could be heard across the world. What followed was the sound of several bones being broken and the ripping of flesh. It went on for several minutes until finally my father spoke. It's time to clean up, he said. That was when I knew I had to get out of there. I had to tell Bronny about what I had just witnessed. I quickly moved the shelf back into place, threw my blood-covered shoes into a bin and ran to the stairs. I was just about to reach the top when I felt a familiar hand cover my mouth. It was Bronny. He started pulling me back down the stairs and towards the glowing white room. As he was approaching it, he pulled me close and whispered, "You should have just covered your ears."